First Baptist Church, Reverend Rev Dotson and Reverend Dotson. We know how much Mama loves the church, loves you and Miss Dotson and everyone there, and we just thank you again for being here.
We are just so grateful to be here and such a momentous occasion to celebrate. I just wrote a couple of things down. Everybody has said everything. It's always bad to be late because everybody else has said everything. But by the time I got to Logan Street, all the kids were grown, except I think for Williamson and Sue were there. But we really enjoyed her, and I know she wanted the kids to participate. And sometime if they had to play or if they had to read something and they was mumbling, she said, "Speak up, speak up." Just go ahead on it. You know, and a lot of times kids don't want to do this and so. So she was really encouraging, and so we're just thankful for that. And thankful for all she did at the church. I guess in the 90s, I don't know exactly when our state convention started having Bible bowls, and all of a sudden, around 2000 in that area, we started winning. We won like 4 years in a row. Well, when we had Amy and my son Samuel, when they were on the team, he was over. and Wayne. So we had about 3 or 4 of them, and for a while, for 4 out of 5 years, we won. And one year we had to go. We always tried to. The state convention gave them some money, but then the church always supplemented enough so they can go to the national convention. And one year is in Detroit, and of course Sue was working, and William was working, and we're gonna send somebody with them. And guess who went? And that was a national. I guess it started maybe on a Sunday or a Monday and went all week long. And so she went, and Sister Hairston went with them. She escorted them there. So she was really, she was something to think about. I just want to say, I was talking, one day Elder Ricky Williamson was mentioning, and he said he was going somewhere, and she was up on the hill, and she had a flat. And he fixed it, and every time she would see him, she would just be so grateful and thoughtful for what he did, stopping and helping her fix a flat tire. And you know, it's always good when folk do good things for you, to just be appreciative of that. So, and I think that says something great about Sister Hairston. And the last thing I was going to say, you know, this family she did promote education. All the kids got an education, went to college. And one time I heard, I don't know if it's true or not, but they sent a letter from Maria, and she thought that something was going on with the kids and wasn't going to be able to go, one of the daughters, I think. And she calls, "No, we got to let my daughter go." And when I thought about that, if that's correct, she knew how important education was. And we can sit down and do whatever, but in our world, as computers and all those things, if we don't have an education, we don't have much of a chance to make a good living to support ourselves and our families. So she saw that years ago, how important education was for children and their grandchildren. And so we're just thankful for all that she has done for us. And the last thing, one thing about this family that I will say, and I think is unique, in my opinion, is for a long time, I don't know if they're still doing it, but every time one of the children graduated from high school, all the family tried to come together and support them, and they would go wherever it was. They would come here to West Virginia, they would go to North Carolina, wherever the family was. All the family would travel, not because 7, they would all try to be there to support the one who's graduating. And I thought, you know, that is outstanding, to put your life on hold and travel all this distance for whoever's graduating from high school. And that's saying something about we're supporting one another. And the only way we can work together and know each other if we spend some time together. And I think that was a great sacrifice. And many times when things happen in the family, the matriarch or the patriarch has to be a part of it. They give you a sense of how important family is. And when family made those kind of sacrifices to help one another, that is certainly a blessing. And I think a lot of those things, we need to think of Miss Hairston and her idea of what the kids need. And I know she really promoted education, and the kids promoted education. So I think that's something we can give to her, and think that's a great legacy to leave behind, that you help your family and to be a better family and to be together. And so for all those things, and for the years I've been there, I'm so thankful to be there, and for all that we have done, and without a couple of them, we'd have really struggled. So, and we'll do all kind of things. They ask me to do the things, more likely if Sister Moore asks me to do, unless it's something terrible, I'm gonna say yes. Because she means that much to Logan Street. She made so many sacrifices, and for that I'm thankful. And for this family, it's a great family. And so we're just thankful for them, and we just pray that they all have a safe journey back home.
Thank you so much, Rev Dotson, and we also thank Logan Street for their proclamation, which is here also displayed on the table. And now our next person and organization, the Williamson branch of the NAACP, was to be acknowledged by Elder Thomas Moore, Vice President, but he is not able to be here because he is officiating, I think, at a funeral. So he will get their acknowledgement, I'm sure, to the family, to Willene and Henry, and we'll add it to the group. Now our Stowe family reunion, and we are fortunate to have the historian of our family reunion, and this Jean Stowe Humphreys, known to all of us all these years as Jeannie. So Jeannie will share some things on behalf of the president of our reunion for this next 2 years, Cliff Brown, and I'll let Jeannie give remarks there for him.